Jingle bells, basement smells. I don't know why.
Because
Ain't
I
no
probably
void
farted.
in this bitch. Big Mac on the track. Oh.
Yeah.
So
What's up?
yeah, welcome to the fucking void basement. You know, we're showing the internet as per usual. We're keeping it hot and fresh here. We got fucking the one and only Big Mac on the show today.
Santa Mac.
I've been looking forward for a very, very long time, probably since we started the podcast,
It's weird
to
being on this side
interview
of the
Big
equation.
Mac, and I felt like there was no perfect time than now.
Before the click, yeah.
Before the fucking click EP. Thank
12/17.
you. 12/17, 22. Save the goddamn date. It's gonna be a holiday.
Thank you for having me on my own show.
Yeah, thank
I
you
appreciate
for
it.
allowing me to have you
I
on
like
the
being
show.
interviewed sometimes, it's fun to share my thoughts and processes.
Yeah.
So
I feel like
I was kind of down for this idea when you brought it up. So, and plus people like to hear you. So
yeah,
nice.
and I feel like people don't often get to hear your, side of things. I feel, obviously we share a lot on the podcast.
Depends.
Yeah, it depends on the topic. Like if it's about Popeyes.
I never shut up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little different, but yeah.
So what are you gonna
Is
ask me?
there-
Are you gonna be creepy?
No, not really. Is there anything you want to get off your chest before we get into it? Is there anything like off the top?
I
off the
guess
dome?
I feel bad that I took a while to make any music, but it's literally because
Yeah, I think that's the thing that's the most apparent to me, and that I also predicted completely, is that people were just gonna kind of go a little ape shit for a little while, because it's like, holy shit, Big Mac and
I
new
was very
music in the
shocked to
same
see.
sentence is like kind of wild.
If you haven't seen my music video, button clicker,
Yeah, if you haven't
it's
seen
on
the
the
music
channel.
video, it's on the channel.
I was very
it's on
shocked to see
everything. It's on TikTok.
1.5 across the platforms. It's like one of my best videos ever.
Yeah.
And it's music, so clearly the demand is there. I just was trapped in that streamer hellhole. Like,
Yeah.
I still want to go back to streaming too, but
Is
just
that
not in the same way at all.
I feel like
Because
we might as well start there. How do you kind of feel about streaming as a post-streaming Big Mac? Like, how would you feel that influenced
I do
your
like it. Like, don't get me
creative
wrong, it's still
outlook on
very
shit?
fun, but at the same time, music was always what I started with, and it's very
Yeah,
fun. And
I
I did
feel like
quit
it's
it for a
good to-
bit. I literally quit it to
I
pursue
feel like it's
games.
always good to come back, do some other shit, and then come back to what you feel like is your foundation. So I feel like I do that
I did
a lot
quit for a
with
bit
a lot
to
of
like
different
pursue game
mediums.
design, so I kind of see the like hypocrisy. I did quit music, but I was
Well,
always
you
still
said
making
clickbait.
music.
Yeah, it was clickbait. There was a disclaimer in that statement, so
And I think what really helped me is taking a step back with music in a certain way. Like now I don't produce as much because
yeah, because when we first
that took way too much time.
When we
Like,
first started talking, you were mainly a producer and like also made shit.
yeah, it just gets
Also
very
made other
stale to
shit.
produce, in my
Yeah.
opinion. I like mixing more.
I feel like it's very demanding on yourself.
Like I'd rather just take a
to
beat
do
that I
that.
like and then critique it the way I want to do it, and then just add my
And especially
raps.
that you kind of have that
or,
ability
songs.
from what you've done in the past. I feel like you can facilitate so much more
Yeah,
of your
just
own
actually
stuff.
creating sounds
Yeah.
in general though is not what I liked about it. So it's for me lately, like the last 2 years have shown like with the Void is like do what you like and
Yeah,
ditch the
yeah,
shit
that's
you
kind
don't
of my
like.
philosophy also.
Like
Is if
going
we're
into the
not
new
having
year-
fun, then what's the fucking point of doing whatever we're doing?
Yeah, and going into the new year, I want to do my cooking show with Silly B, cook up some influencer recipes and shit. So that's gonna be something new that I want to do, and I would like to do that. I know more music. My album hopefully will be done, because that before the click is mainly just an EP. So.
I love when we have interviews and the person that we're talking to touches on the question before you even ask it. That was also something I was going to ask you. Do you have anything coming in the future that you want to do?
Yeah, well, my rollout
Anything you
was
wanna
basically
announce?
like music video EP. EP I can use to hopefully do some live shows, and a little bit of old, a little bit of obviously all the new stuff off the EP with a couple of my old tracks. I feel like that would be a good set to kind of work on, and then based on the results of that time period, I'm looking to create an album that my fans truly want based on how I see them in the crowd. So I've just been really honing in on what people actually want from me and trying to create towards people's needs rather than just kind of do this I want to change art shit because
Yeah, I want to make my mark.
motherfucker, I think it's more fun if the whole world could listen to your song and appreciate it rather than just a very niche group.
Yeah, I feel like it's better to do what you actually
I like
feel
both
you wanna
ways
do,
though. Don't
yeah.
get me wrong. There's songs
Yeah,
I
I
make
feel like
where it's
there's-
you're only gonna like
yeah.
this if you really fuck with me. But other than that, I kind of just with the EP, those are just songs that are just not really cohesive to the album that I'm working on and have been working on for 2 years. So it's I just wanted to throw out the party bangers and the more
Get
stuff
the,
that didn't fit so
get
far.
the bangers out, yeah. Get the
Because
trim
the
the
album
fat
is
a
still
little bit.
clickbait,
Give them a little
but
bit of
this
fat.
is before the
roll them
click. You know
over.
what I'm saying?
It's like an appetizer.
Yeah.
It's like a charcuterie
This is
board.
before you get clickbaited, all right?
It's a Big Mac charcuterie board, if you will.
Yeah, you listened to the project. I let my
did,
lovely
yes,
girlfriend
I
listen.
sat
And
at
by the way,
work.
we have a weird dynamic, me and Rose, because I almost never let her listen early because I'm just
Yeah.
weird. Like I like to be the only one
I feel like
that
a lot
knows.
of people assume like a musician's like partner.
I don't like leaking
girlfriend,
shit because that's how
boyfriend.
shit gets leaked.
Yeah, like he'll let me listen to some shit like the day before it comes out, maybe if I ask nicely. But like
Yeah,
most
I
of the
feel bad
shit
doing
I
that.
hear by accident because he doesn't know that I can hear it like through the floor and
I'm
shit.
very strange. I like to record by myself.
Yeah,
I
when
like
he's
to-
recording, I like am not
The
here.
only person I like is my dog in the room.
Yeah, you know Sylvester does make a feature on the album if you've not listened to it. So
No, true.
go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I just like I like doing things on my own. When it comes to music,
Yeah.
it's very not Rose
That's
based.
kind
Like
of
Rose,
it's a very void.
I feel like Rose has no input. She did, however, direct the video.
I help here and there, but like
Well,
I
not
only,
direct, produce the video.
especially
I
with
guess,
your music because it's your solo work, and like I feel like a very void thing is like we have solo shit, we have shit we do together, we have our own shit, we have shit to do, we do together, and then we combine those things also.
It's not like I wouldn't like your input. Obviously, it's
but
just
only
with my
if you
music,
ask me.
I
Like
just
I'm not
always,
gonna be like, I think you should cut that verse out, or like.
Ever since my
like,
band and
if you
stuff, I
ask
just
me,
kind of
I'll
been
tell
into
you,
a more.
yeah.
I became more like. I don't know. I rather just work. Like I'll work with people how I want to work with people. Like on the EP, I would have an idea. I'd go beat shopping, maybe hit up a friend or two. Let me get some water, man. I had too much fucking Big Mac juice.
Too much Big Mac sauce.
But yeah, I would like beat shop with who I want to beat shop with. Really like get the work I wanted from the people I wanted from. Like, when I hit up Boss Up, I really was shopping on his page for like 20, 30 minutes, finding what I want. And, with somebody like Swayze, I'm
Shout out Swayze.
I'd be waiting for deals to
Friend
come
of
out
the
from
Void.
producers. Like I'm very, I try to do it very business-like and very smart, as well as still keep that
Yeah, it
friendship,
is a
that
transaction,
loyalty.
but yeah. Another very void thing is like just like networking in
With
general.
who I like,
And like less, I feel like stale networking and more like you're a homie of a
Because
homie.
motherfucker,
Like let
it's
me get a
Big Mac
beat for
season,
me.
bro. I used to do all my own
Yeah.
work, so for me to go from producing all my
Yeah,
own
and that's
shit
something I feel like
to-
you kind of pointed out to me in the beginning of the production of the EP is like you're doing a lot more outsourced stuff. Like you're buying features, you're buying beats, you're buying all this different stuff.
I'm in
yeah.
too many pools right now. Like, bro,
Yeah,
we
but I
do
feel like
a
the
podcast, we do all
investment
this
in
other
your
shit.
own work is really worth it because like
Yeah,
it's
no,
like
I
buying
love
like
every
nicer
second of,
paints versus like dollar store paints. Like the experience is really.
I
worth
knew
it.
I had hit a peak with producing. Like, I'll just be honest. Like, there's only so
the Big
many
Mac era, yeah, the
beats
DJ
I
Big
can
Mac era.
physically like, I'm just not as. It's like you gotta know when you're not a streamer. You gotta know when you're not a producer.
Yeah.
Right now,
And I feel like that's something I feel like I've been trying to ask people.
and I still can stream. Don't get me wrong. I still definitely think I have streamer blood.
You
because
gotta dip your toes here and there. Where
everything
you
I
want.
do is somewhat improv improv and somewhat like live based. Like I try to really be in the moment whenever I'm doing content. Period. That's a lot of my album is like that too. It's very I'll break the fourth wall if I want to break the fourth wall. Like
He'd be telling me like certain tracks were freestyles. I was like, you what? Dude, you didn't write that?
Sometimes I combined.
Like shit.
The way I wrote most of my songs on this is actually pretty interesting. I would find like a clickbait topic, a clickbait bar that I would just think of, and from there I would usually just freestyle the rest, like until I got a good take, modify the take, maybe add a few more rewrites eventually to the freestyle, and then boom, it's there. So
I feel like that's
by the way, it's kind of weird, like being on the side of the table. Like, I do not like talking about this shit.
Yeah,
really.
it feels weird being alone on this side.
Y'all are bold as hell for coming on this podcast. But it's mad awkward, yo. Not awkward, but you know what I mean.
It's just it feels confrontational when like it feels like it shouldn't, but it does.
Yeah, it feels like you're trying to look at my asshole or something. Like I'm bent over and you're just like.
I mean, I'd be looking at you, but like I feel like that's my response. Yeah. All right. Anyway, something I listened to this EP like it's probably like 16 or 17 times in a row.
It's
like,
short, so you can do that.
I was
I'm
filing
trying
papers, I was packing boxes.
I am a
stuff.
strategic Andy, you know what I'm saying? I'm going for the restreams.
And that's something that he had also emphasized was like, I really wanted to be, because we're working on our TikTok game, all those.
Yeah, I love TikTok. It's actually my
stuff.
favorite platform.
The rewatchability of stuff is, I feel like, especially these days, it's like almost kind of a second.
That's
like,
the challenge. If you can get somebody to rewatch your video, you're basically famous at that point.
Yeah,
because
like
it's
that
almost,
rewatchability is really so.
I don't rewatch
important
videos when I
in
watch
content.
them. Like the rarity that I actually rewatch something I've already watched on YouTube is like insane.
Facts.
So I know for a fact that if you can get people to do that,
like I'll
you're doing
rewatch
something
like
right.
a reel 1 or 2 times and like chuckle and lose
Yeah,
it forever,
even with
but
TikToks,
like a
it's
YouTube
like
video,
there's
to
like 4
rewatch.
out of all the millions of TikToks I've watched. There's like 5 that I can name where it's like I love
Oh
them.
my god, yeah, there's certain
Like
ones
the
that I'll
one
save
with
to my
the
phone.
rave
Yeah,
kid,
yeah,
the
yeah.
rave
Oh
kid.
my
Like I love that
gosh,
one. The dude,
there's
the
a
one where it's
couple.
like, if you ain't fucking with me, then unadd me. That one,
Yeah.
I love that one. Like there's just certain ones that are great, and then there's just like. That's kind of the goal with me. It's like I want to hunt that down, and music is so good on TikTok for that. So I kind of
especially
That's what
there's
the
a
whole
lot
concept of clickbait is. I'll be honest with y'all. It's just about
Come here. Come on, you
what
can
I
go
can
on.
do to like clickbait the internet.
Something I couldn't help but think about while I was listening to the EP is there's a lot of obviously topics discussed in the EP because there's a lot of different songs and yada yada yada. Is it really centric on like ads versus creators versus content versus the world? Like, is that something
That
you
is a
feel
good
like really
pickup, yeah.
dictated the messaging,
I
or would
kind
you
of
say like it's a lot deeper
a
than
lot of the
that?
ad based shit talk I do.
Where's
Hey
my
buddy,
phone?
leave it. Oh, the
Oh, phone's
Sylvester,
here,
the Sylvester feature. Hold up, we'll be right back.
yeah. All right.
Like I was saying before, Sylvester freestyled the whole concept of like ad density, ads, the creation of ads. I thought that was a really interesting thing to think about.
Like invasive.
Because in a way, everything you watch on the internet
is
an ad,
orchestrated.
is a clickbait, is like using your
everything
chimp
wants your
brain
little
against
eyeballs.
you.
Yeah.
You're basically fighting for like you said,
You're basically
fighting
the whole time. You're
for
online,
eyeballs,
yeah.
and a lot of my album is basically emphasizing that, but saying, you know what, there's good parts about it. Like you're enjoying the ride, you enjoy the content, you enjoy like
I feel like
everybody
when you
has
can
their
look at it through the lens of like that's just what it is in this current era of content. And that
yeah.
you
I
just
really
gotta,
want to hone in on
you just gotta rock
before
with
the
it.
click, before you click a video,
Yeah.
what does it got to do to draw you in? That's kind of the emphasis on a lot of the songs. A lot of the other stuff is also about what we did in real life, like the Void Basement, like with fishing streams, and just the weird duality of that. Like the fact that I'm in nature fishing, and I'm fishing for clout as well, in a way. Like it's a double fish, I always thought that was interesting.
Double fish.
And like there's also then there's just more of a track about how your day is when you have to do content creation. Like sometimes you don't want to do it. It's a long day. You feel me? It's just like
there's been plenty of days where we reschedule podcasts or reschedule.
Yeah, I'm the type of person that really, if I'm not feeling it, I rather reschedule.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't do that often. I probably think
yeah.
we've done that 2 times ever.
2, maybe 3 times. Yeah.
Where it's just like I wake up and I don't
Obviously,
want to talk.
we try to like
I just am
sometimes
not in a talking mood.
Yeah, I wake up the day of a podcast. I'm like,
Yeah, like,
it's okay. Let me just take a deep breath. Let me take a shower, and you're good.
Sometimes it's better than others, but yeah, I rather not bomb on the cast than put out some fire. So.
Would you say? I feel like everyone I talk to that makes shit has a similar struggle, but not everyone maybe. Would you say you experience like not knowing when something is done, or like not being able to tell when you're finished with some like an individual piece of work? Because I feel like there's for certain
I don't think
things
it's
there's
necessarily
a threshold,
that.
but for me sometimes I just can't.
For me, I don't think I
reach
have
a
that
point
issue
of
because I've done this so many times. Like this is my 4th or 5th project.
Quite a lot of shit.
So it's like I kind of know when it's done. The problem with me is like, for me, it's like I know something's done, but just because it's done doesn't mean it's good. Like sometimes I have an idea and it's not good. I feel like
that's a larger struggle.
I feel like that's the real issue. It's like, okay, I'm doing something hardcore as fuck, but is it good? So I always try to like ask myself that before I release. Like this project has been called different stuff. It was called the BIGMAC meal. It was called.
I know you've worked on this project specifically for a very long time. Do you know about how many tracks you made that didn't make the album that you were gonna put on the album?
I would say.
So I'm kind of curious, like a number.
Not full tracks per se, but maybe like unused beats or unused like concepts. Probably like 15.
Okay, that's less than I was expecting.
8 of them are being used, so like realistically like probably 7 or 8.
I was expecting like more than like 20. So
no, I don't have like I know a lot of rappers do have like a very high turnaround rate on shit.
Yeah.
Like I said though, I put value into this. I put money, features. Half the battle was hunting shit like that.
Yeah, we did a lot of networking.
For me, I didn't, or not even networking. It's just like I had to really like. If I wanted to be a part of a scene that I wanted to, make music for, I had to really be a part of the scene. Like, it's just simple as that. Like, before the fucking click, bro. What's up, Sylvester? But yeah,
What would
There's a
you
lot more
say?
value in all of my beats and all my songs. So it's like obviously I don't have like
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
feel
like Young
like
Nudie where I'm getting hella beats.
yeah,
So
I
I can
feel
have
like
170
someone like
songs.
just listening to Big Mac music for the Big Mac music for the first time, like would listen to your old stuff and then listen to Before the Click and like be able to feel that
You can definitely
difference.
see the difference in
Yeah,
value and
yeah,
quality
for
like
sure.
that. That is for sure.
It's yeah,
The one thing is, it's just like, yeah, it takes, like, I don't have a high turnaround rate because, I mean, this is, like I said, this isn't the only thing I do. Y'all know I spam content all the
yeah.
time. I'm always thinking of some
We
new
have a
shit.
dog. We have a life. We both have full time jobs. So.
Nah, I would say this is my favorite part of life,
Oh
though. I can't
yeah,
even
no,
lie.
and that's the thing is like,
I only get so much time
yeah,
in this world,
that's
but
why
I feel like every creative's
I feel like
issue.
I value so much the enjoyment of what we're
Because I could
doing
have way
and
more,
the
I could have way
satisfaction.
more songs. Like, the truth is, like, there is always a level of grinding higher, but it's like, some stuff is really robotic when you push yourself too
Yeah,
hard. Like I can't imagine like having that little Uzi turnaround rate where it's like I'm able to think of like 300 songs a year. Like
bro.
holy
But
fuck.
imagine you
But I'm
drop
also a
just one
novice, you
rock.
know. He's been doing that shit since high school, so
Yeah,
I always
absolutely.
think I have room to grow. I'm never like
There's always
stasis.
room to grow. Yeah, it's like a tree. The tree will always grow. Gex feature when?
Gex feature when? Shit, dog.
Uh, just yeah.
The
I'm
thing
just
is, if I
kidding.
actually did get a Gex feature, I would definitely want to do like something really weird. Like I felt like with the Skrillex feature, they kind of played it safe. It's a good song. Don't get me wrong on their new EP, but low-key feel like they kind of played it safe. Like they didn't do anything
Yeah,
abstract.
nothing too crazy.
Like
Well,
I
you know,
liked when
maybe
they.
that shows a taste of what's to come.
That's kind of true.
For
Yeah, it's kind
sure.
of like my AP, so I'm in the same boat. But
Um,
no, I don't think my album's gonna have too many features. This is the future heavy project for sure. I want my
yeah.
album to be more solo
Yeah,
because
I feel like that's almost what an album should be. I feel like an EP is
yeah, I
room
feel like
for a lot
no.
of fun
I
and a
mean,
lot of different stuff, but an album,
right
I
now
feel
we're in a
like,
feature
has
heavy
that
state of
cohesion.
music, so
Fine.
especially in rap, so it is kind of hard to not do that. I feel like, and I've tons of friends I want to make music with, but at the same time, it's like once I get this project out, I'll be more open to that. So, right?
Sylvester wants to know, are there any plans that you have in the future for live music at a non-Basement
Come on,
Fest
buddy.
show?
Hold up. What was that, babe?
Do you have any plans for live music in the future at a non-Basement Fest show?
Not right now because no one's heard my project and is not blown away yet. But
Yeah.
hopefully
Yeah,
there will
yeah.
be. And
But I
if
mean,
there
like, is that
is,
something you're looking forward to
yeah,
doing?
that's part of definitely the reason I even made this is because I want to get back on
Awesome.
stage because I did really good on my last
Yeah,
few
because I feel
shows.
like it's very demanding for us as a small little creator, thingy, whatever the fuck you would call the wood basement, to do shows purely for Alex to headline because it's kind of like draining as fuck to do like festivals like that all the time. So I feel like
Yeah, it's
it's gonna be
definitely
really
cannot.
fun.
It's not sustainable to be an
I got a
all-the-time
little
thing.
DSLR. I'll be your little photographer, your little
But
promoter
there will be a
shorty.
Basement Fest 4. Don't you worry. You
Yeah,
can't
I
say
mean,
it like that.
it's like a rumor. It's like a constant myth. Like the next Basement Fest. Oh my god, what's the next Basement Fest gonna
And that's
be?
what we like to. I mean, that's what we do this shit for.
Yeah,
Man.
that's kind of
I
it's
like having a
fun.
little squad of the Avengers assemble for the fest, bro.
Do you have a dream feature or collab, real quick? Just off the dome,
Definitely.
real quick, rapid fire.
If I had anybody do
Pick.
that I want on my music right now, it would be RXK, which I've already done.
Okay, so who's next?
So who's next after that? Probably. I'd honestly love to do a song with T-Pain
That's
or
fire as fuck.
Def Grips probably, but Def Grips would never make it the way I want it in my head, so I probably wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's too. That's
It would
shooting too
ruin Def
high
Grips for
the
me.
stars,
But
yeah.
T-Pain, I think me and T-Pain can low-key do something funny. Because he has a comedic side of him. Like, if you really listen to T-Pain, you know about that Tom Nook song. So, real ones know. Comment if you know.
Sylvester came down here to ask you, what are some of your inspirations, like in general, in terms of like music and.
Oh, I'm glad you
all that
asked.
stuff?
This is actually the only rigged question. I won't lie to you. We did rig this one up, but
I
it's
was like,
because
shit,
I
I'm
wanted to
never
kind of
gonna-
flex my vinyl collection.
Yeah.
So
We sleep with this directly above our heads every night, so it is blessed.
I brought my box
constantly.
of vinyls. I don't know if you can see it on the shop, but
I'm pretty sure you can, maybe, perhaps.
they're all right here.
It's
and some
for those of you listening and not watching, it is a cardboard box of
For
a Corona
Coronas. Shout out.
6-pack of the 6-packs.
Shout out the
I think it's 4
motherfucking.
of 6-pack. I don't know. It has our small little fold-up record player in it, and I'd say about like
think
a
I have, like,
dozen to 2
10.
dozen. No, that's more than 10. I'd say that's like maybe 20, 25.
Damn, I wasted this much money on stupid shit. All right, bet.
You know,
Just kidding.
for me,
Vinyls
it's
are
an
like my
investment, yeah.
definitely my stupid
Yeah,
purchase that
like
I make.
Alex buys a lot of Magic cards. I used to buy a lot of
Ow!
vinyls. Oh,
Flying Lotus coming flying out the fucking record, bro. This is one of the big ones, though.
Yeah.
This was an inspo. I've played this a lot. Rose bought me it, so thank you, honey.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I've listened to this album on streaming services forever, but on vinyl, it truly was really nice for teaching me, like,
so
okay, levels matter. This was another Rose Cop. R.I.P. to Go.
Yeah,
this album has always inspired me because
sometimes I see something Alex would listen to and I'd be like, hey, I just bought him a record player.
Doom on this project really shows like skits do have a place in rap, so I really like whenever I'm thinking of some dumbass like skits or something, I'm like, all right, it worked on his album, it'll work on mine. And I guess I'll give you one more that really
do as many as you want. It's at the end of the episode.
True.
Got one more question for you.
This
Oh.
The motherfucking Only for Dolphins by Action Bronson. This is a huge inspiration in terms of the aesthetics, I guess, because just look at this cover. This shit is gas. And actually, you know, I did take the upside down parental advisory idea from this. So
that's dope.
Thank you, Action Bronson. But I made mine trippy, so it ain't a computer dick suck. But you know, even if it was, your mom, all right?
Yeah,
like, come on, your mother.
Any other albums on the collection?
This is just. This showed me like, you need to have. You know, Yellow Brick Road shows you need to have like a fucking.
There's a certain level of
showmanship with this shit. Like you really gotta.
That needs to go into.
Like you gotta embody whatever you're talking about,
everything
and that's kind of what I'm
doing
with this project. Yeah. Like, bitch, it's Big Mac season.
It's Big Mac season for sure.
And for this project, I mean, obviously we got this too. Like this is just
shit, yeah.
This is just goated. Like, come on, bro. This taught me like you can say whatever you want on a track as long as it's hard. So. I mean, those records alone, like, they kind of just, each little, like, I really try to pull stuff from music that I think a lot of people do or don't.
I see these are the albums I listen to the most, so I'd have to
agree. It's real shit.
Yeah.
Like,
is there anything off the dome you'd say, like, non-music that inspired your production, or, like, your writing, your beat selection, anything?
Definitely stand-up specials, probably, podcasts. I just like
listening to, if y'all ever get a chance to see Joey Diaz live, you should do that.
Yeah,
It's funny as fuck.
I find it fascinating that comedians have the ability to like take a room full of people and like bring them with them through something like in a very personal way, like just talking. So it's like a very like I mean music does the same thing. I feel like the
experience of listening to someone tell a story like really well, that's also very funny, it makes you laugh, is such a like special experience, which sounds like corny as fuck, but like
it is pretty cool.
It is like
really
damn,
awesome
like you really just live. Like took my little brain cell and like made me laugh. When
it happens live and you're literally dying in the crowd.
Yeah, no, like when you're like a little lit off the like 2 bottles of Barefoot you just killed with your like your friend.
Shout out Joey Diaz.
Yeah, shout out Joey Diaz. Oh my god,
greatest podcaster.
Yeah, it's if you don't fuck with comedy, you should try it. Like I don't know, whatever.
No, I think they go hand in hand. Like the hip hop into comedy is like a big thing.
I feel like those are like
really it's like the Venn diagram is overlapped.
Yeah. Venn diagram is exactly what I was thinking of.
But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it when it came to Before the Click. It was a little journey, but actually it was a big journey. It taught me a lot of things about music in general. It's definitely my best work on public release, and I hope y'all enjoy it. I mean, what else can I really say? You got anything else, baby?
Can you do your scariest moment for us?
Shit, I should have thought about this earlier.
Do you have a personal favorite track off the EP? It's a little bonus question for you.
My favorite track off the EP is probably either Button Clicker or which it has the video, so you can watch it right now. And
link in description, probably.
Probably, man, it's always a hard question, I guess, because it's like.
Yeah, like
I don't not like any of the songs.
Yeah, and I feel like I almost didn't want to ask you because like there's so many features. Like, it almost feels like you're picking a favorite, but like
the Cash Core song is pretty gas.
Yeah, like I feel like there's so many different.
If you're from Jersey, the Wise Boy song.
Yeah,
it depends on the vibe too. Like there's
and
party
that's what
tracks.
I mean. Yeah, that's something that I really noticed listening to the project over and over again, especially in a row, like that.
Yeah, it came with a lot of different emotions.
Yeah, there's a lot of different sounds. There's a lot of different feelings. There's a lot of different experiences.
That's why it's no cohesive to it. Like,
yeah,
it's just vibe
and I feel like that's what really makes that's just what makes it an EP. Like it's really
so
it's a Big Mac record report. You know, it's
my live set. So if you ever see me live, that's what you're gonna get.
It's an awesome taste of what's to come, because if that's just a sample of what's coming down the pipe from the Big Mac device, that's
you know,
it's pretty wild.
Shit.
Yeah, scariest moment.
Scariest moment is definitely, honestly, that one chip and fucking last stab. That
If
shit
you don't
low-key
follow
had
us
me
on
scared
TikTok,
that I
go
was
ahead
gonna
and
have to
follow
go
us
to
on
the
TikTok.
ER.
It's also on Instagram.
Also, breaking my leg was pretty rough because I
Yeah,
had to
that
literally
was
climb up a
scary.
fucking hill, like, and then once I'm up the hill, I jump in my mom's minivan and have to
Oh
drive with
my
a busted
God.
leg that's like this to the hospital. That really fucked me up.
Yeah.
Also, I've been through a lot of scary shit. Like, I've seen guns get pulled and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
you've
that's
seen
always
a lot of
scary.
yeah, Sylvester's scary.
Also, this dog be scaring the fuck out of me because he gets me scared that he's gonna eat somebody. I'm gonna go to fucking
we
jail.
do have a kill dog.
Because he's an attack dog, but we love him. So.
Yeah,
Now hush.
all right, Sylvester wants us to go bye-bye, so we're gonna go bye-bye.
Yeah, we're gonna go let him take a shit. So.
Fucking, if you don't already fucking want to, I'm forcing you to go listen to Before the Click EP by Big Mac. It's on, like, whatever the fuck, probably.
If you're still watching
everything.
this, you're actually one of my fans.
Yeah,
so.
if you're actually watching
fuck
this,
with
you're
you
valid
heavy.
as fuck. Thank you so much. Obviously, we're fucking with everything we do. It is really fun.
If you put the words Before the Click, void in the chat in the comments, I'll send you stickers.
if you watch to the end, comment below. I would let Big Mac click me.
Yeah, and then boom, we'll send you stickers.
Yeah,
all right?
I'll get more stickers for you.
Fuck it.
Yeah, happy Big Mac season.
We're gonna have to get some Before the Click
happy holidays,
stickers.
happy New Year. If we guys don't
Fuck the
if we don't see
holidays.
you
Fuck the
before
New Year's.
Year,
Just show love to your people, and hopefully they love you back.
Never forget the Void Basement was a New Year's resolution. So
that is true. New Year's is the best thing.
In the philosophy of Big Mac, I like to use New Year's as an excuse to actually force myself to do something I should have done a very long time
Listen,
ago.
it is as much as you don't think it is a blank slate. Anything can happen.
It really is. A new calendar is a new start.
Because our human minds are super fickle and don't have a lot of ability
we just
to.
have little pea brains, so you gotta go little.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Deuces.
Thank you.